Well, hello there. Thank you for tuning in to Be Well, which is an online series brought to you by Eat Well, Live Well, Be Well, where you can detox your mind of the rhetoric of food, fad diets, and conventional healthcare. Join the journey with us and take your life back. Visit our website at elbwell.com. You can also follow us on all social media platforms. On Facebook and YouTube, search for ELB Well. On Instagram, Twitter, and Pinterest, search for at ELB Well Mindset. And you can email us at info@elbwell.com or give us a call toll free at 833 ELB Well. That's 833 352 9355. We have a great segment lined up for you today. Today's discussion is summertime. Make the cooking easy. I am Brenda Jackson, your host for today. But before we get into our segment, let's pause for a commercial break.
You're tuned in to Be Well, a health and wellness series presented by Eat Well, Live Well, Be Well. When we eat well, we live well, and all will be well. Visit our website at elbwell.com, sign up, join the journey, and take your life back. Movement Worldwide is a motivational organization veered to educate minds, empower, nurture, and transform. A movement to move, helping others thrust into their purpose to live their best life and win. For information, networking, and resources, visit the website at movementworldwide.org. You can also join Movement Worldwide for Power Walk Sunday every second Sunday at 10 a.m. on multiple platforms.
Okay, well, today's topic is it's personal for me, but I'm also for all of you. As a kid growing up, the best part about summertime, no school. The other part of it, when you think of summer, I would think of, in my day, there was frozen cups because there was a lady that sold frozen cups. She was the candy house, all of that stuff. And the thing about summertime, it's about colors and bold, bright colors at that, but it's also about refreshing, cool things. So today, as we have gone on in life, we can still have those type of things in our diet and what we take in and consume. And guess what? You can still even do that little frozen cup thing, but there's just so many ways and healthier ways to do it. So let's just take a look. I brought a few little items by so we can see some colorful things that you can prepare without driving yourself crazy in the kitchen. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing I want you to look at, and there's going to be several little colorful recipes I'm going to show. But the first thing I want to show is my number one rule. And I know for all of us, it's hot outside. You don't want to be hot in the kitchen. The number one rule is do not use the oven because that oven consumes all the lovely AC you're trying to pump out. And if you notice during summertime, everybody's grilling. And let's say, well, Brenda, I'm not a person that grills. Well, if you have a brother or a cousin or somebody, hey, invite them over or go over their place and just hang out because summertime is about fresh air. It's about enjoying nature, enjoying outside. So let's look at some recipes. And I know the first thing you're going to think, well, she's just going to show us a lot of salads. I am going to show quite a few salads, but here is the thing. We have to get beyond just it being lettuce and tomatoes and cucumbers. There are so many different varieties of greens. One of the things that one of my partner loves are the microgreens. And she has also explained the different nutrients that come behind that. When it comes to food for me, I'm looking at color. I'm looking at, of course, taste, but I'm also looking at adventure. So let's look at the lemony chicken arugula quinoa salad with avocado. Now, look at that. First of all, your pop color is those slice of orange that is in there. And then there's some quinoa and there's a nice microgreen salad. And as you can see, they have a nice little drizzle of salad dressing on top. And then on the side, some sliced chicken breast. And when it comes to the chicken breast, that's the thing with recipes. When you see these recipes, tweak them to your liking. There may be some seasoning or spices that they use that you do not like. You can change it up. But this makes a great meal, and that's the whole point. A lot of times we think of salads as just a little side dish. This becomes a meal. And the good part is you can take this and put it out on your picnic table, your patio table, and that chicken that's there on the plate, that can be put on the grill. All right, so beautiful, huh? I think you'd like that one. Now our next one, because we're going to dive into all different things, we're looking at blackened tofu Caesar. We've all heard of Caesar salad. It is not, again, relegated to just having romaine as your greens, those croutons, some Parmesan cheese, and then in the salad dressing itself, the Caesar dressing, there's always a little blend of anchovies or something like that. But again, you can either purchase your own dressing, you can make your own dressing. And with this one being the recipe saying tofu Caesar, of course, that makes it vegan. But guess what? You can change that up. Take the tofu out, and as you can see, that's nice blackened tofu. But you can do it with salmon, some cod or pollock or a little halibut. And again, if you want to use chicken or even turkey breast that has been thinly sliced, maybe marinated overnight, and you just pan sear it on your stovetop. And that's another thing. As I mentioned, if you are not a griller, if you don't have those kinds of skills, my friend Anita does, my friend Lorraine does. They are grill masters. Anita can smoke a turkey like nobody's business. But again, look at the colors that are in here. Avocado, and you see the greens. And again, and this is a note, you see there's not a whole lot of salad dressing on there because a lot of times we drown it and it takes away from the flavor. The other thing, look at the colors. As I mentioned before, bold, colorful things, and the tomatoes and the peppers. And again, you can change this up. If you like, you can even add a few little sliced strawberries to that, or maybe some sliced grapes. How about some sliced kiwi? And how about the thing with the grapes? This is what I do sometimes. Take a few grapes and put them in the freezer, and then take them out and make them a part of your salad. When you're biting into that salad and that burst of cold, refreshing grape goes into your mouth, it can be a wonderful thing. Okay? So that's just our next one. Then we're going to get a little adventurous here. And you may say, Brenda, no. Poke bowl. And for this one, if you are not one to be buying the sushi grade ahi tuna, then there are so many restaurants now that serve these poke bowls. There's even a restaurant that is named Poke Bowl. And I love ahi tuna. But one thing about this plate that I love, look at the colors again. It has edamame, and then it has the purple cabbage. And you can see that the ahi tuna itself has been marinated in soy sauce and other little spices. Probably has some little 5 spice on it, and even some ponzu dressing. And you may say, BJ, I don't know what all those things are. That is the best part for our clients that are a part of Eat Well, Be Well. I can explain those things, and a lot of times I've gone shopping with our clients so they can check these type of things out. And as you can see on the top, they have a little crunch there. And you can do that with anything. You can just buy little strips of tortilla chips or whatever, or take a pita pocket, slice it up, and just, you can even pan sear it on top of the stove, because as I said, I'm not trying to use my oven. So, and that's just, and again, this can be vegan adaptable as well. You can take the ahi tuna off, you can use tofu, or you can just add other vegetables. Now, here's one of my favorite. If you're like me, you love salmon. Smoked salmon, avocado, and fennel salad. Fennel might not be something that you use a lot. It has a nice little licorice taste to it, but it makes a nice little blend with different things. There is one dish that I have made in time. It's a potato au gratin, and it calls for fennel to be part of it. And I've tried that, so I really like it. So one of the things with what I'm showing you is, as you can see, you will get such great raw intake. That's the good thing about summertime and getting good, refreshing, cool meals into your body. You're getting a lot of raw things in it, and it expands your palate. It expands your culinary and creative skills. And again, everything that I'm showing you, there is an emphasis on color because we do eat with our eyes. Now, with the smoked salmon, you can buy that already smoked in the stores. It's thinly sliced. It's in a vacuum package. But if you are an adventurous one and you want to smoke your own, you can do that as well. All right, so now we've done salad, so we got a little break here. Let's look at the chimichurri turkey burger. Look at that. And typically when you hear chimichurri, it's talked about it being on beef, with the steaks and this and that. But here it is blended into ground turkey. And when it comes to ground turkey, you have a choice of the dark meat, the thighs, the drumsticks, or you have the chicken breast. The turkey breast. So you can just have all white meat. The one wonderful thing about this, and I hope you guys are noticing it, they did not use any bread here. So this is really low carb to no carb thing that you can prepare, and it doesn't require a whole lot of work because cooking turkey burgers on the stove or on the grill outside, very easy. But again, color. The type of lettuce that you see here, this is a Boston lettuce, a butter lettuce. Those leaves are very pliable, and so they make great buns instead of the typical thing when you're trying to stay away from the breads and the pasta. Purple onions is always a must. I cook with the yellow onions, the Spanish onions, but when I'm doing raw like this, I love my purple onions. And a nice either beefsteak tomato or Roma tomato, absolutely love it. So, and then of course the chimichurri is blended into the turkey burger, so you get some really great flavors when you bite into it. Now, like I said, we're gonna be a little adventurous. So this next one, this is gazpacho. Gazpacho is like what we will talk about when we speak about conch salad, but a gazpacho is a cold soup. This is a tomato peach gazpacho with basil and burrata. And burrata is an Italian cow milk cheese made from mozzarella and cream. And it's just, there's a dollop of it right in the middle. And believe it or not, it is made with, blending down peaches, pureeing them. But my thing is, I want you to look at all the wonderful colors and textures that are in here. Because what happens is when you take what I call that perfect bite and just put that in your mouth, you're going to get creamy. And you can see there's diced cucumbers or zucchini in here. And then also, even though there are pureed peaches, there's also some chunks of peaches in there that have been diced up. I absolutely implore you, try different things like this. And then for those that don't want to deal with the burrata cheese, you can use tofu ricotta because that's a non-dairy. For a lot of us, we have, taken that part of dairy out of our diet. So yeah, so try things just a little bit different. Okay, so next one. What we're going to not be a seafood person, but I have learned to love seafood. But when you combine shrimp with pineapple, pineapple has a wonderful pungent taste to it. And then with the shrimp, so with this, you get that nice burst of sweetness from the pineapple. And the shrimp itself all of this is put on skewers and it's on the grill. On this recipe, they use a chipotle marinade. If you're not one for a lot of spice, you can use whatever marinade you want. Let me give you a little tip. When it comes to marinades, and if you don't want the time to sit and blend and mix all those things together, they have wonderful ones in the store, and they have some healthy ones that does not have all the various unable to pronounce words. And a lot of times for marinades, I take simple salad dressings and I marinate things in it, my seafood, or even like in this case with the fruit. And as you can see, when you prepare something like this, you need a simple, either Asian slaw can go with it, or simple salad or whatever, or even make a nice little salsa and put that over it. So for you seafood lovers, and the good part about doing skewers, it's an easy cleanup. You put a few skewers of the shrimp and pineapple on someone's plate. Once they're done, whatever, is not a whole lot of cleanup. And that's the other good part about summertime. Y'all know we go and buy all the nice little disposables as much as possible, or we limit the amount of guests in our house so it's less washing of dishes. Okay. Now this, I am a mushroom fiend, and I love portobello. Grilled portobello salad with avocado, tomatoes, corn, and a smoky lime dressing. Yes, I slow drag that name because I need you to understand just how wonderful this thing can be. Have you noticed that a lot of the plates, a lot of the dishes have one general ingredient, and that is that avocado? The great part about avocado, it is a good fat. The great part about avocado, whatever seasonings you bring to the recipe, to the plate, it absorbs that. And as you can see with that mushroom, those are portobellos because they're very large. And when you smoke them, and one of the things I love to do, and I learned this from Anita, is when you marinate that mushroom cap, it takes on the flavor. Mushrooms are almost like a sponge. It just absorbs it. And again, you can change this up to whatever you want. Say you don't like corn, you can add something else. You can add beans, black beans, red beans, whatever. You're not a tomato fan, whatever. I like the idea. Now on this one, I would actually make my own smoky lime dressing because I love things that are smoked. I love smoked paprika, and I love using liquid smoke. So that is just an absolute wonderful thing. Again, this can be a meal by itself, or if you want to add some flesh protein, salmon or chicken or cod, halibut, whatever, shrimp, even scallops, some pan-seared scallops would go lovely with this. So as you can see, I just want to challenge your mind, your palate, and your taste buds when we try this. Now, one of these next things, and all of us, those of us that are part of Be Well, we love smoothies. It is the quick go-to for everything. But guess what you can do for the summertime? You can make green smoothie pops. Look at those. Absolutely wonderful. And the great part is I put the recipe up there because I wanted you to know what the ingredients are. It's using milk, and in my case, I would use a dairy-free alternative, fresh spinach, parsley, a banana, 2 kiwis, some honey, and grated fresh ginger. And those of us that know what ginger can do, I mean, can you imagine this is frozen and you bite into it and you get that nice pop, that pungent taste of ginger. And the good part about this, because they are frozen, you can make several and have them in the freezer. And when guests come over, or even for your kids, it's a good way of getting vegetables in them, but they think they're just having a great treat. And if you don't want to use honey, use agave. And what's becoming very popular now, monk fruit, whatever sweetener you want to use. And the great part about this, guys, is you know exactly what you're putting into it. There's no preservatives in this, and it makes a great treat. And you can change it up. Let's say I had a green smoothie blend, and then I just made a regular fruit smoothie. Maybe let it be strawberries. So can you imagine pouring half of the green smoothie into the container for the popsicle before you put the stick in, and then topping it off with the green. Once that freezes, you'll have almost, y'all remember blow pops? You would have the, I'm sorry, bomb pops, where you buy them from the ice cream man. It would be absolutely wonderful. These are simple things that we can do in our own kitchen, and the containers don't cost much. The little popsicle sticks, they do not cost much. And the good part about them, the ones you purchase now can be reusable. So after you've done that and they're all eaten up, you wash up and you're good to go for the next round. And that's something you can just constantly keep in your freezer off and on all summer. This next salad is for grown-ups, the mojito fruit salad. We all know what a fruit salad is, and this is a quick and easy thing. I'm not talking about you sitting there making fruit salad. That if that's something you constantly do, then so be it. But when I just want to have a quick, easy thing to be a dessert or a nice little cool, refreshing side, mojito fruit salad just works for me, and the adults seem to love it. And it's just a matter, you can already buy, the mojito cocktail, but you can also make your own. You muddle down some mint leaves, you add a little rum, add a little lime, and then you soak the fruit salad in there. So can you imagine fruit, especially watermelon, pineapples, different melons, it's going to absorb all of that wonderful mojito flavor, and you serve it to your guests. So with every bite, if you do this, you don't need to serve wine, but just make sure that the kids don't touch it. And it just has to be, I don't know, put a little barrier around it or something. But yes, mojito fruit salad makes a great afternoon thing when you're having a little adult get together, be it brunch or an afternoon barbecue. All right, so now one of the other things is, as you can see, none of this is about putting things into the oven. You will do some pan searing on top of the stove, but the good part about that takes a few minutes. When you're cooking, say, salmon or any fish for that matter, pan searing, here is the trick to it. Always make sure your pan is hot. And then once your pan is hot, that's when you'll add, if either it's going to be cooking spray or maybe a tablespoon of olive oil, coconut oil, grapeseed oil, or whatever it may be. And then you allow that oil to get hot. And from that point, you lay in your fish or you lay in your chicken or whatever. When it comes to fish or shrimp, and shrimp takes the less amount of time, but fish, 3, maybe 4 minutes on each side, and it depends on the thickness of it, because some fish are more dense than others, so you may take a little bit to time to pan sear it. But it's a matter of getting that nice crusty brown texture on each side of it. And it's typically mentioned when people are cooking steaks and that type of thing, but you can also do it with seafood. So our next one, potato crusted salmon. This, believe it or not, this is one of my recipes from my second cookbook. I love making this because it can be something that comes across as very elegant, but it's not time consuming at all. It's a simple thing of, it's a fillet of salmon. And all I did was take some already purchased frozen shredded hash browns, and I let that thaw, and I blended some black pepper, garlic powder, onion powder in that. So while that's doing that, I then take mustard. And typically I like the coarse ground mustard, and I spread that on, brush it onto the salmon fillet. And then I add on the shredded hash browns. And again, this is just a pan sear, but I let the hash browns and the fish sit so they can just adhere to each other because that mustard creates the lovely glue. But the good part about it, once this thing is done, look what you have. Look how crusty that those potatoes are on the top. And then you have that nice, beautiful piece of salmon sitting there. And you can add anything on this. You can do roasted vegetables or any kind of steamed broccoli or whatever it is that you like. This is great if you want, you're making maybe a little bit more of an elegant meal for a group of people or for you and your significant other. And it doesn't take much time in the kitchen because it's just that you're not getting hot. It doesn't waste time in the kitchen either, because that's just one of the things. Because guys, when we think about the holidays that are coming and you are the it cook in the family, you end up spending most of your time in the kitchen and you can't really enjoy all the festivities and being around your family because you're checking the food. That's the great part about when summertime shows up. It doesn't have to be that way as long as you're intentional about what you want to do. You want to try, and this is a great time to try those different things. All right, so let's get going. Our next one, summer salad. Very simple, and it's pineapples and mangoes and cucumbers and bell peppers and just very, very simple things. And as you can see, it can be a salsa or it can just be the salad itself. You can put it on a bed of lettuce. And again, it's cool, refreshing, it's sweet, it's colorful, it's bright, and it is ever so bold. And this one, the next one, the sweet potato salad, I would get little looks when I made this one. Yes, we have our regular potato salad, but I do love the sweet potato salad. And instead of mayo, I use yogurt. And again, a non-dairy yogurt. And for me, since I like flavor on top of flavor, I will get a peach yogurt and blend in there. I added dried cranberries, and it comes out absolutely yummy. And it's something just so very different. And it's nice on the table when people see different things because they may want to try it. And then last but not least, and this is a popular one because again, you can change it up, layered salad. And let's do the watermelon salad. That was my fault. Watermelon cucumber salad with feta. This is a great combination because you get sweet from the watermelon, you get crunch from the cucumber, and that refreshing, open, airy taste. And then that feta cheese gives you a nice little pop of saltiness. And then what you see chopped up in there is just some little pieces of mint, or sometimes I'll change it up and chop up a little romaine in there or whatever. And again, like I say with anything, you can change any and everything up. And then lastly, the layered salad. This is just, you start from the bottom going up. Romaine lettuce, I love romaine because it holds, it's crunchy, and especially when you're stacking like this. Then from there, my green bell peppers, red bell peppers, my red onions, and that's just corn. And again, if you don't like corn, you can add peas, whatever you like. Some vegan nays next to it. If that's what you want, this is just regular mayo on this, and that's what the recipe says, but you can change it up. And then on the top, there's some little bacon bits and some shredded cheddar cheese. So, and when your guests dig into that, they get a great blend of things in there. So guys, as you can see, there is no limit to what you can do when it's summertime. There's no limit to what you can bring to the table, and that way you enjoy the summer along with everyone else, because we still have to eat, but we can still eat well and also still be able to live well with what it is that we choose to eat. So today, I really hope that you enjoyed everything. And if you would like these recipes, just email us at info@elbwell.com. I'll be more than happy to send you the links. And the last few, of course, were from two of my cookbooks. So, and I hope you just try them. And I promise you, you'll love it. So that brings us to a close. Thank you so much for tuning in today. And remember to visit us on elbwell.com and join us on the journey. Have a great day, guys.
You're tuned in to Be Well, a health and wellness series presented by Eat Well, Live Well, Be Well. When we eat well, we live well, and all will be well. Visit our website at elbwell.com, sign up, join the journey, and take your life back. Movement Worldwide is a motivational organization veered to educate minds, empower, nurture, and transform. A movement to move, helping others thrust into their purpose to live their best life and win. For information, networking, and resources, visit the website at movementworldwide.org. You can also join Movement Worldwide for Power Walk Sunday every second Sunday at 10 a.m. on multiple platforms.